And welcome to the show. Thank you for stopping by today. Glad you could. Glad to be here with you. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, whatever you were up to. Weather changed around here. In Florida, it's a big deal, right? Because it's always one temperature fits every day. Hot. So got a little break. You have a nice weekend?
I did. How did you have it? You had a good weekend, right? Studied, huh?
All weekend.
Wow. Did you leave the house at all?
No. Just to go 2 doors down, they had a little birthday party, and I took a break, and I said, well, let me, I need to go.
That's your new friend that you've...
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
My friends. Yeah, they're nice people. So, went there. Wonderful people. People with nice house, of course. Brand new house. The whole neighborhood's brand new. And there were people sitting outside. And I smelled smoke. And there were no less than 3 or 4 people. They were all women too. Smoking. Smoking. I haven't seen that in so long. I haven't been around that. It was odd. It was really odd. And a lot, too. I mean, it wasn't just, go outside to have a cigarette and then come back inside the house. No, man. They were sitting out there and smoking. A lot. I thought, wow. And young people, these are young people, too. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I thought, geez, what are you doing? And I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word. I wasn't going to be the, what good would that do?
No, nothing. You're talking to a wall at that point.
It would be senseless. In fact, it would be the worst thing you do because they would resent it. People are there to have a good time, and you're going to go off on saying you shouldn't smoke. Really? They're going to tell you to go home. Get out of here. But it was so odd to me. I'm not accustomed to that. I don't see that. I'm not around it. And to see all these people smoking, wow. But anyway, it was good. I stayed inside. And I did go out for a while and talk to them. And yeah, it was interesting. People from other countries, were there. And I like that. The mix, different cultural mix, ethnic mix. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I talked to the guy that cut himself. I was telling you about the cut when he's got diabetes and won't heal right.
Yes.
I took over a bottle of the silver that Dr. Bird gave me.
Silver Biotics?
The Silver Biotics. I told him to start putting that on there. So
let me know how he does.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that, Gary, because my daughter this weekend, she was sick. I picked her up from school on Friday, and she had a fever, and she tends to have these just like fevers that get pretty high into the 102s and 3s. And this was the first time that I tried the Silver Biotics product that Gary just mentioned, and the drinkable kind.
Yes.
And this was the quickest I've seen her fever ever go away.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Usually it'll stick with her for about 5 days or so, and she started on Friday, and then by this morning she was basically back to normal. Still a little bit of a low fever,
wow.
But yeah. So anecdotal. I don't know if it's because of that, but it's the first time I tried it, and it was the quickest that her fever has ever gone away.
I think anecdotal evidence has some horsepower to it. I really do.
It can. Not a clinical trial. It's not even an observational study. It's more like a anecdotal. The closest it would be a case report. Case study is the closest it could come to. But it's anecdotal. It's one person giving you but it's not to be dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
if you have enough anecdotal data, it starts to gather some force, persuasive power. But, got to be careful. Speaking of which, data, there's a story trending about being confused by nutrition research. It's an interesting article. Jane Brody, the New York Times, wrote the article. Confused by nutrition research? Sloppy science may be to blame. Wow. Okay. Right up my alley here. We'll talk about that. And what about your kitchen? Are there any foods that need in your house that should be recalled? And if anything we talk about you have an interest in, want to comment on, don't hesitate to contact us. Or if you want to take us in a different direction, I'm good with that too. You may come across something that you think you'd like to share and other people need to know about. Let us know.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. Dr. Garko's personal email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. Find us and share us. Like us on Facebook at Let's Talk Nutrition, on Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition, and subscribe to our YouTube channel where everything is archived by date, and it's Let's Talk Nutrition. It's also closed caption for the hearing impaired.
So in this article, and we're an evidence-based show, evidence-based nutrition, evidence-based medicine, evidence-based guests. We're all about that. And that's all by design, because what I wanted to have happen was for the audience to have some confidence in what we're talking about on the air. Well, this new book by Marion Nestle, it's an appropriate name for a nutrition topic, Nestle's Foods. Marion Nestle, the unstated goal of most company-sponsored studies, according to the book, is to what? Well, it's always about the money. Increase the bottom line. And these companies, these food companies, do sponsor research. Now what you see in the journals, years ago you didn't. The authors have to declare any conflicting interest. Right? You have to do it. But nevertheless, she gives an example in the book. For decades of research-supported dietary advice to reduce saturated fat, right? To minimize the risk of heart disease and stroke. Well, then there comes a study. 21 countries, 136,000 plus people in a study. It was an observational study linking consumption of full fat, saturated dairy foods to lower a risk of death from cardiovascular disease. Dairy is high in fat. This study comes along, says, you know what? Go ahead, eat the dairy, and you're going to lower your risk for death from cardiovascular disease. Now, you wonder, say, how can that be? And how can that be? Because you got human beings conducting the study. It was a meta-analysis, that study. It can be fraught with all kinds of error and bias. You have to really know what you're doing to take a look at it and critically evaluate it. We see this all the time now. Study will come along and go totally against the stream of the current line of research. I'm back. I'm going to talk about this because it has implications for you and me.
Are you waking up? Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back.